This is Maitastine, popularly known as Maitastine. Original name is Muhammad Marwa. He died in 1980. He's best known by the nickname Maitastine. He was a controversial Muslim preacher in Nigeria. He founded the group Yom Tatsini, a Muslim Quranist movement that first appeared around the early 1970s. While the word Maitastine is a Hausa word which means the one who damns, and refers to his cost-laden public speeches against the Nigerian state. Let's take a look at his background. Alright, the man Marwa is originally from northern Cameroon, moved to Kano about 1945, where he became known for his controversial preachings. He spoke against the use of radios, watches, bicycles, cars, and possessions of more money than necessary. At that time, the British colonial authorities sent him into exile, but he returned to Kano shortly after independence. By 1975, he had a notable and increasingly militant following known as Yentatine. In 1975, he was again arrested by the Nigerian police for slander and public abuse of political authorities. But in that period, he began to receive acceptance from religious authorities, especially after making Hajj, the Muslim pilgrimage to Mecca. As his following increased in the 1970s, so did the number of confrontations between his adherents and the police. His preaching attracted largely a following of youths, unemployed migrants, and those who felt that mainstream Muslim preachers were not doing enough for their communities. In 1980, Yentatine attacked other religious forces and police, and this made it an issue. By December 1980, Yentatine attacks on other religious figures and police forced the Nigerian army to become involved. Subsequent armed clashes led to the death of around 5,000 people, including Maitastine himself. Maitastine died shortly after sustaining injuries in the clashes, either from his wounds or from a heart attack, which is still very much unknown. According to a 2010 article published by Sunday Trust magazine, the Nigerian military cremated Maitastine's remains, which now rests in a bottle kept at a police laboratory in Kano. Despite his death, Yentatine riot continued in the early 1980s. In October 1982, riots erupted in Kutu near Maiduguri and in Kaduna, to where many Yentatine adherents had moved. After 1980, over 3,000 people died. Some survivors of these altercations moved to Yola, and in early 1980, more violent uprisings occurred in that city. In this round of rioting, Musa Makaniki, a close disciple of Maitastine, emerged as a leader, and he became Maitastine's successor. Ultimately, more than 1,000 people died in Yola, and roughly half of the city's 60,000 inhabitants were left homeless. Makaniki fled to his hometown of Gombe, where more Yentatine riots occurred in April 1985. After the deaths of several hundred people, Makaniki retreated to Cameroon, where he remained until 2004, when he was arrested in Nigeria again. Some analysts view the terrorist group Boko Haram as an extension of Maitastine riots. Thank you for staying tuned to another episode of Throwback Thursday. Hope to see you some other time for another exciting edition.
This is Throwback Thursday.